Hey everyone, welcome to another tutorial with Sublime Swell for World War II Online. So, we've talked about the grand strategy of the game, which as you can see the campaign is going horribly wrong for the Allies. We've lasted about 30 days and it's probably going to end here within the next few days. So you can see we're pushed up on the beaches of France. So the first tutorial was about grand strategy, how to interpret the big game picture, and then we talked about how to defend a town. So today I want to talk about how to attack a town and how to create missions. So let's get into it. So I'm going to zoom in here as the Allies, and the first thing I want to show you is how to create a mission. First you need to find out where the attack objective is, and you might already know this, but the red blinking cities are the attack objectives that the High Command has placed. So the High Command wants us to attack here at Doullens, or Doullens, and right, so we can create a mission. The green ones flashing are the defense missions. The process for creating a mission is the same, well, pretty much the same for defense as offense. I'll just show you for offense this time around. Anyways, so the Allies control Talmas, and they also control the forward base. Remember, forward bases are the places where you launch attacks from. So what you do to create your mission is find the AO, attack objective. You're here at the active battle screen, right? You go to the theater map, you find the AO, and then depending on how many towns and which towns are bearing on the AO, in this case it's only one town, but it could be 2 or 3, so you might have several places where you could start a mission from. We want to right click on that town's name, and then you're going to hit join brigade, and you're going to join one of the units stationed in the town. So let's do the infantry brigade. Okay, you come up to this screen, and what you want to do here is go to the theater map. Okay, and this little target marker here, this button, is the create mission button. Alright, so you click on this, and you'll see it says here mission origin, mission objective. For the mission origin for an attack, you want to set it to be the forward base. In other words, that's where your attack's going to start from. Okay. For the mission objective, you want to typically choose the depot. That's going to be your spawnable depot. So remember from the defense tutorial that the spawnable depot is the one that's associated with the town that you control. So in this case, it's going to be the Talmas depot. Okay, so you zoom in to the city you're attacking. Look for the Talmas depot. There it is. Click on it. Click it over here, and there you go. And you can do mission orders if you have anything specific. Specific instructions. We'll just do ABC for now. Hit create mission. All right. This is going to be your supply. The unit that you've joined, this is the supply available to them. Different kinds of units, different numbers, etc. Alright. And, well, if you're the leader of a mission, typically the first thing you need is a mobile spawn. So, you're going to spawn a truck. Alright. And you'll see that you start at the forward base. Oh, it's kind of dusk right now, nighttime. So you start at the forward base, okay? The forward base is where all attacks originate from. Typically, there's some towns that don't have forward bases between them because there's really short distances. But in this case, most of the time it's from a forward base. So look, before you start mounting an attack and driving out a truck, what you should do is advertise your mission, okay? You want to try and get everybody massed up at the forward base before it all goes down. The reason for this is you want to have tank support, ideally. One of the first things the Germans do when they know you're attacking is they're going to roll out armored cars and tanks, just like I said in the defense tutorial, and they're going to try to find your mobile spawns. So you need to have armored support or anti-tank gun support ready to take those initial tank screens out. It's really important because otherwise you're just going to get surrounded. Your mobile spawns are going to get camped very early on. It's really frustrating. So what you want to do is advertise. So you go to F3, which is the side chat, and you say, attention allies, attack now, whoops, hold on, attack now forming up for Doullens. Bring tanks and AT guns. Truck is waiting. And then you want to put the actual brigade so that people know where to join. And that you do by typing $MISS, which is your mission. Okay? I'll just say that was just a test. Okay, so you're announcing you can kind of spam it. Don't spam it too much, but you can announce it. You want to gather everybody up. Say, hey, I got the truck ready. Bring tanks and AT guns. I'll tow you out, etc. Announce the mission so people know it's happening, right? People will be like, oh, there's a mission going to go down. Let's get together. Mass as many people as you can beforehand. Once you've got all that together, and this is ideal, right? Sometimes the server population is low and you might not be able to get it, but mass everybody up, take out your trucks or your truck, set it down somewhere around town. Doesn't have to be on the southern side or on the side that they're expecting you from. You could go around the other side. Yeah, and you bring everything out with you. You tow AT guns, you bring tanks, you bring out means to take out the armor, because that's the biggest problem, is the armor. When you're attacking, those initial armored cars that roll out and tanks. Okay, so you set those up. So let's pretend that we placed a mobile spawn. Let's say we placed our mobile spawn over here. We'll say MS mobile spawn. Okay, we placed our mobile spawn here, let's say. So you want to try and have your tanks kind of cover the flanks of the mobile spawn and even the rear of the mobile spawn, because remember, the strategy for defense a lot of times is to get around behind the mobile spawn and camp it. So you want to make sure you have tank support behind the mobile spawn as well. Right? And there you go. That's a basic attack. You're going to set up your mobile spawn with the truck, have some support, and then have your infantry. Another thing I like to do when I'm leading a mission myself is I usually try to find a place for the infantry to gather up. Some place where there's nice bushes. I don't know, let's say over here. And I'll say gather, and I'll put a waypoint there. Right click, by the way, to place all these markers. And I'll say gather, and I'll put in the orders, which by the way you type .orders, and I'll say infantry gather at the indicated location. We will move in together on the order. Do not move in one by one. There you go. .orders. Type in your orders. It's a lot of management, right? You have to do a lot of announcing and then a lot of F1 chat, which is everybody in your mission, and telling them, hey, everybody gather. Gather at the marker, we're waiting for you here. It's a lot of communication. This is why Discord is such a great tool, and playing in squads also. Alright, I like to gather the infantry up because when you're going in for a depot and you're going to go capture that actual depot, which is, remember, these little small rectangular buildings with the little porch sticking out, you want to stack up SWAT team style and take in 4 or 5 guys in at a time, because in that close quarters environment, somebody's always going to die. The Germans are going to have guards there, okay? That's one important thing when you're attacking, is don't go into a depot by yourself, because it's a 50-50 chance, or even probably a 70-30 chance that you're going to die. So you need people there to back you up and to be able to hold it after somebody dies, okay? Really important thing when you're attacking depots. Another thing is the AI. Every town has AI that protects its main approaches. So in the cardinal directions, which means north, south, east, and west, typically. Okay, there are some towns that have exceptions. So the rule is, when you approach the town, you want to try to approach it from an angle, either from the southeast, the southwest, the northeast, or the northwest, to avoid the AI, because the AI has a limited firing arc in the cardinal directions, right? Remember, to destroy the AI, and this is also an important thing on an attack, you just throw a grenade at it. Try to get a grenade into the tower or into the pit. You'll see the little anti-tank AI, and there's machine gun pits. It'll only be destroyed by HE, so HE charges or grenades. It's the only thing that will take it out. A tank shot will also take it out, but that's HE as well. So mortars could also take it out if you're good with the mortar. Taking out the AI is an important step in an attack, so that newbies and things won't get chopped up by the machine guns. So there's that. The mobile spawn, right? Usually a rendezvous point of some kind. Depending on how active you are in leadership, you want to talk to people on the F1 channel, which is the people in your specific mission, or even in the F2 channel, which is everybody attacking this town, everybody in this theater, in this place. And you kind of give instructions there, It depends on how active you are in managing everything. So that's it. So it's a couple of rules, right? Approach the town from an angle. Try to mass up. In general, it's better to move in numbers, right? In force. One by one is not going to accomplish much. It's better to work in teams. So this guy just dropped in my car. Hey man, I am making a tutorial at the moment. I'm not really playing. Alright. So there it is. So depots, very important to go in together. Stack 4 or 5 guys. And then rush in and take out the Germans inside. And then you have to hold it, right? You have to hold the spawnable depot and guard it. It's not just about capturing it. Once you capture it, the Germans are going to come pouring in to try and recapture it. And once you do capture it, you need to make another mission, or somebody needs to make another mission with the origin from that depot. So instead of choosing the forward base as your origin for the mission, you're going to choose that depot as the origin, and the objective could be one of the other depots, right? Or you could even choose the origin and the objective as the same place, because it's technically a defensive mission. But the point is, you're going to start spawning inside of town once you capture the spawnable depot. Okay. Trying to think of anything else. Yeah, the support is the biggest thing, because the breakthrough into town is the hardest. The Germans are always going to swing out a screen of tanks, try to line them up, and they're going to try to hammer your mobile spawns. Another important thing is getting multiple mobile spawns. This is very important. So let's say we had another one, MS2 here. Remember, right click to add these waypoints. Let's say we had one here. We have people coming up from the west, or from the southwest, and another one up to the northeast. Right? This is what the Germans typically do. They'll have 3, 4, and they'll attack from several directions. And sometimes an attack takes time to wear down the enemy tanks. Don't give up right away. You might have to drive another mobile spawn out. Your first mobile spawn may be camped, and you'll have to delete it. And then drive another one out. To delete it, when you're despawned, or even when you're spawned in, you just right click, kind of like you delete this waypoint, and you just delete the mobile spawn. It'll say mobile spawn and you just delete, right? So there's that. I'll put this back here. Yes, so on the approach to the town, always run in bushes. Do not run across open fields ever, unless absolutely necessary or you feel it's very safe. It's just an easy way to get spotted by Germans sitting in buildings with 2, 3 stories, or in church towers, and they'll be able to report your position. It's very important. Yeah, so that's kind of for a typical attack with tank support and everything. You might have stealth missions sometimes where it's just a small team of maybe 7 guys, and you're going for that spawnable depot. That's another option you can do. Take out the AI there as well. AI needs to be taken out. Your tanks can take out the AI the easiest, I think, in my opinion, or the AT guns. Even the little AT guns you can spawn from the mobile spawn will take them out. So you can hit the towers with that, or the pits. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'd say for this tutorial, I want to keep it to where it will end where we capture the depot, right? And now we have a new spawn point where we can use this depot to spawn from. Setting up a defense around the depot that you've captured is very important, and we've talked about the defense in our last tutorial about town defense. It's the same basic idea. You want to cut down the avenues, the doorways for the depot, so that German infantry can't run in through this, for example, this lane here. Maybe cut this door off from this bush line, right? So maybe from here you can cut the first door off, and maybe from, I don't know, maybe up here looking down, or from the tents you can cover the other entrance. Setting up that defense, getting anti-tank guns out from the spawnable depot so that you can take out any more tanks coming, that sort of thing. But that's the basic idea. That's how you create a mission. Oh, it's all of a sudden started raining in the game. Okay, rainy day. That's it. I'm trying to think if I've forgotten anything. Creating a mission, deleting a mobile spawn. For now, I think that's good. I want to keep this one simple, but that's how you attack a town. How do I stop filming? There we go.